In 2020, the global market value of packaged potato chips was estimated to be $30 billion, which is forecasted to reach a value of $43.2 billion by 2026. And the 65% of the market share is covered by a single company only, named Frito Lays. Frito Lays has been complementary to today's fast-paced lifestyle. But did you know that this company was started by a college dropout who started selling chips from his car and became one of the most successful salesmen in the history? In 1929, when he lost his job, he started to cook potato chips and sold them at schools, hospitals, grocery stores, and petrol pumps. This boy was Herman Lay. In this video today, we'll talk about the success story of Lay's, how a 11-year-old boy started his career as a salesman and revolutionized the salty snacks industry. A young entrepreneur who convinced the Congress to make chips as essential item during the World War II, and with his strong business sense created the #1 packaged chips company in the world. So, stick around. Herman Lay was born in 1909 in Charlotte, North Carolina. He has been interested in business since childhood. When he was 11 years old, he saw that whenever there is a match in the baseball stadium near his home, many spectators come there, and they buy Pepsi-Cola for 10 cents. He then started selling the same Pepsi at 5 cents in his home's front yard. His Pepsi-Cola sales increased so much that he employed another 2-3 kids with him. After graduating from high school, Herman attended Furman University on an athletics scholarship. But after 2 years, he decided to drop out to work instead. After dropping out of college, Herman Lay started a few new businesses, but he didn't get enough success. After a while, he got a job as a salesman in the Sunshine Biscuit Company. That time, Sunshine was the largest cookie maker in the US. But then the Great Depression hit US and Herman lost his job. After trying a lot, Herman got a job in the Barrett Snack and Food Company as a traveling salesman. That time, there was not a big market for salty snacks. Herman from his car used to go door to door to sell unpacked chips in grocery stores, road stands and gas stations. Soon he started a demand for chips in the local market, and he became a distributor in the Barrett Snacks and Company. Within 3 years, he added 30 more people with him, but soon the owner of Barrett Snack and Company passed away, and his family decided to sell the company for $60,000. Herman wanted to buy the company as he saw a big opportunity in the chips business, but he only had $5,000. After that, he borrowed a $30,000 loan from the bank and sold some equity to Barrett family. He bought the company and renamed it to H.W. Lay and Company. But before moving further, if you've enjoyed the video this far, please smash on the like button, and if you are interested to know more on the business stories, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell notification so that you never miss a new video from us. Thank you. To return the loan amount, Herman decided to expand the business in the whole country. He was the first person to do so, as during that time it was very difficult to store and ship the chips. Chips were sold in paper bags sealed with the paper clips. Chips used to leak the oil and become stale as well. As a solution, Herman saw that there is a material that is used to preserve photographs and stamps called glassine. Glassine was resistant to moisture, dust and grease, and chips can stay fresh for a long time. Using glassine, Herman decided to sell the chips in the entire country. He also started to do packaging through machines instead of doing manually. Then he started exploring other ways to sell the chips. He then found that he can sell the chips in the supermarkets and grocery stores, as families used to come there for shopping. Then in 1939, the Second World War began, and the government decided that it would close the production of all the non-essential products. And Lay's was one among the 300 non-essential products. But Herman used to treat chips as an essential product, and he put a point in front of Congress that Lay's is a ready-to-eat solution and can be used by the soldiers to eat during the war as a quick food option. And within 7 months, the ban was lifted from Lay's. And by the end of World War II, Lay's became the second largest food company in the US. The top one was Fritos, who used to sell the puffed corn. Where Fritos had the monopoly in the western region, Lay's had the monopoly in the eastern region. After World War II, Lay's was expanding in US, but soon they found that Fritos was coming into their territory and starting their manufacturing plant. Herman Lay used to believe in collaboration and not competition, so he scheduled a meeting with the Fritos founder Charles Doolin and proposed to do business together. Fritos founder also liked this idea and they made an agreement. After this agreement, Lay's became the exclusive manufacturer and distributor of Fritos in the eastern region, and both the companies agreed to sell the Fritos and Lay's in the same stores. This decision changed the entire story for Lay's and Fritos. Where Lay's sales increased to $16 million, Fritos sales also increased to $26 million. After a while, Herman noticed that they are reaching a saturation level in the market and are not getting new customers. And due to the contract with Charles, he was not able to sell his products in the southwest region where there was an opportunity to expand. So respecting the agreement, he decided to introduce new products. This was the time when the American economy was expanding fastest in the world, and the American people had the top buying capacity. After sensing the market, Herman Lay started a new flavor of chips in the market, using a mix of paprika, tomato, garlic and mustard seeds. And in 1958, they launched the first flavored potato chips in the barbecue flavor. After this experiment, Lay's sales jumped very fast and they started selling products in more than 30 states. Lay's sales were increasing, but Fritos sales were also on its all-time high. But Fritos faced an unexpected tragedy this time. Fritos' founder passed away from a stroke. By this time, Fritos and Lay's had a good working relationship, so Herman offered to acquire the company. The joint venture became Frito Lay Company and Herman Lay became the CEO. After the merger, Herman started working on expansion of both the companies. He saw there was a boom in television, so instead of doing traditional advertising, he decided to do advertising on TV. Frito Lay was one of the first brands to be promoted on television. After this, Lay's sales increased to reach $180 million and Lay's became the number one brand in America. Since then, Lay's has been doing different type of advertising. Recently, Lay's company initiated a campaign Smile. This campaign was customized as per the demographic region. The US adopted the theme of mental health, which has become an important issue especially during the pandemic. Recently, Lay's started another marketing campaign named Lay's Golden Grounds. They took dirt from NFL grounds and added that to potato fields in Texas, giving fans the opportunity to say they have eaten a potato chip made from the NFL dirt. There have been several competitions held by Lay's where it would reward $1 million to anyone who would come up with an interesting or unique flavor. Some of the most unique flavors that came are cappuccino and vegetable soup. Herman Lay was a visionary leader. He knew if they have to live in the market, they have to be more open. And at one point, they were struggling to meet the demand for the chips. So instead of opening more manufacturing plants, he reached out to PepsiCo for a merger. In 1965, Frito Lay merged with the soda giant PepsiCo at the prompting of Herman Lay. Frito Lay became its own independent division of PepsiCo and Herman Lay became the chairman of the company. Within a year, their revenue jumped to reach $600 million and within the next few years, they expanded in more than 200 countries. The merger brought other opportunities such as expanding the number of products Frito Lay offered, testing out and launching new products. This helped the company to stay relevant while facing new competition from brands like Pringles, which were considered revolutionary due to their molded shape. Today, Lay's dominates more than 65% of the market share and it is the most profitable venture in PepsiCo, contributing 50% in the profits. Frito Lay produces 29 types of snacks and Lay's chips come in more than 50 flavors. In the late 90s, Frito was criticized for using genetically modified organisms or GMOs in the farming practice. After that, Frito Lay asked its suppliers not to use genetically engineered corn. A similar announcement followed in early 2000 when the company asked its farmers not to grow genetically modified potatoes. Frito Lay's was also criticized for rising concerns over fat intake and trans fat. After this, the company reduced the fat content and trans fat from its products. In July 2021, the company came into limelight due to the labor issues at Frito Lay plants. As demand for the Frito Lay products went up during the pandemic, so did the number of hours employees were forced to work, with many experiencing 12-hour shifts, mandatory overtime, 84-hour work weeks, and no day off. After the strike, the workers secured a 4% wage hike and the guarantee of 1 day off each week. But apart from all these controversies, if there is one thing that's key to Lay's success, it's not marketing or a spokesperson, but the actual potatoes that goes into each bag of chips. The goal of the company is to get the potatoes from field to fryer in 24 hours or less. The company works with approximately 165 farms. Lay's moves its potatoes from field to factory via truck or rail, depending on the farm location. Once the potatoes reach the factory, it only takes about 20 minutes in total to unload the future Lay's chips from the truck. Slice them, cook them, season them, and bag them. The company attempts to keep its potatoes and chips as local as possible. Each bag of Lay's chips contains the equivalent of approximately 4 to 5 potatoes. Well, that's about Frito Lay, a story of a 11-year-old kid who got interested in sales to becoming the CEO of the largest snack company in the world, worth over $16 billion. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like it. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and help us grow. We are trying to bring more amazing business stories to you. If you are subscribing to the channel, please comment I subscribed and I'll reply to all of you. And with that said, I shall catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.